I want to say, oh, I like to walk out on the road to go in. Come on. I like to walk out on the road to go in. You think I'm joking? I'm not. You know what I mean? I like to walk out on the road to go in. What do you think, huh? I like to walk out on the road to go in. If your kid wanted to find out whether or not there's a man on the moon or whatever, something, whether those aliens are here or not, and you can walk and say, I just don't like the way that guy wears his tie. It's like telling your kids, I tell you what, you're 4 years old when you see a red light cross the street. I grew up in a neighborhood where you became a cop, a firefighter, or a priest. I wasn't qualified for any one of them. So here I am. And by the way, one of the things I've gotten able to get done, and that's what, let me finish the question. The answer. I want to say, oh, I like to walk out on the road to go in. Come on. I like to walk out on the road to go in. You think I'm joking? I'm not. You know what I mean? I like to walk out on the road to go in. What do you think, huh? I like to walk out on the road to go in. I mean, QAnon. The idea that the Democrats, Biden is hiding people and sucking the blood of children. And I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated. The fact is, you may not like me, and that's your right. I'm sitting across from Putin. He knows who I am. Joe Biden. What's that all about? You're the big man, I think. Yeah, I know who he is. But again, one last thing. We don't talk enough to you about this. I don't think. Here's the deal. I want to say, oh, I like to walk out on the road to go in. Come on. I like to walk out on the road to go in. You think I'm joking? I'm not. You know what I mean? I like to walk out on the road to go in. What do you think, huh? I like to walk out on the road to go in.
You must unite what has been set aside.
We are TFR, Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworks because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworks with Josh, Walt and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworks with Josh, Walt and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworks on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworks with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on The Ironworks and become an Iron Scout.
It is Tuesday, my dudes.
And a happy Tuesday to you all. TGIT? T-Get. Welcome to the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. I want to start off by giving a big shout out to Mr. Zachary Zabala, who is feeling just a tad under the weather and isn't going to be joining us this morning. But I am joined by my good old pal, Walter Johnson. Walt, how you doing?
Howdy, howdy. I am here. I am good. I am attempting to get my brain functional here in this weird morning. I woke up cold, now it's hot and raining. So who knows anymore about the weather, anything. Let me think. Anything interesting over the weekend? Really just, I've really been digging into my guitar, like just crazily, trying to get some new skills under my fingertips, as it were. Watching a lot of my guitar favorites watching them actually give lessons. And a lot of it is some weird, crazy finger exercises that are just nuts, like insane shit. Nobody would even think about doing this to one's own fingers, but do it enough and suddenly you're quite dexterous. Yeah, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
How was your weekend, Josh?
It was all right. Not too shabby. Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't anything. Seems like there was something that happened that I was going to mention, but I'll be damned if that was yesterday. So I've got to spend some time to try to dig it up out of the archives and see if I can remember. Sorry, big shout out there to Ross in chat. Haven't seen Iron Horse there in a hot minute.
What's up? What's up, Ross House? How you doing, brother? Real quick, guys, if you're in the chat there, and even if you're not, if you're coming in later, checking out the history chat, whatever, click over there on Intellectual Catch-Up's channel if you can. And shouldn't be a hard channel to find, you know, as we all do, struggling against the old algo, the rhythmics. So helping our, oh man, sorry, my computer's acting funny. If I disappear, by the way, I should have told you that before I went live. We're storming here also. Again, not really understanding it was fine when I went to bed, but it was lightning just a few ago, and I got one blink before we went live. So if I get another one and go away, I will return as quickly as possible. Seems like there was something really cool. Oh, that's what it was. I started watching our good friend James True, the True Train. He was over there live for the first time with Jaron, I noticed, and started watching, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. So if somehow you're not familiar with James True, definitely go check that out. He's been on our channel some number of times. You can dig into our archives here and find some great content featuring Mr. True. But that was, a good surprise to see that.
Resisting the urge to give it a good old true at 4 a.m. But Dixie's sleeping, so I'm going to not do it right now.
Yeah, no. Sorry to hear you're not feeling great out there, Zachariah, wherever you are, good friend. Sorry to hear you're feeling under the weather. Speaking of weather. Excuse me. Goodness. Seems like there was something else in chat I saw that I wanted to mention. Oh, live show on the 22nd with David Weiss and Kelly. I will not even try. Nateling is my best, probably mangling of that last name. Over there on the Intellectual Catch-Up channel was the other thing I was trying to get to. 5-time U.S. Sumo Wrestling Champion, Kelly Nating. World record holder.
That's no joke.
Biggest Glover Dave's ever battled. David and Goliath.
Nighting.
Sorry, I keep stepping on you, sir.
I don't think you are. I think I'm trying to sit here quietly because I got fuck all this morning.
Man, it's going to be a...
Who did I see live yesterday? Oh, you know who I saw was live yesterday? Was someone formerly known as Math Powerland. Now, Math Power Clay. It seems he and his family have taken up to farming clay. So you can find them over there. I think it was on Instagram is where I saw them live. And they're just out there playing in the mud, which looks like a lot of fun.
Well, I like mud. That's cool.
Right? Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Talking about the health benefits of clay and all that good stuff.
So now are we talking about external or internal? Or both?
Both.
Nice.
I just caught a little glimpse. I don't think he was live for very long. It was actually thrown off that they sent. I'm not sure who it is that controls Math's Instagram, if it's he or his wife, but I know she's got her own. Sent me a message there on Instagram with a link to the live feed. which was a little unusual to see a message from Math Power Clay to come through my Instagram.
Right.
But I clicked it and watched and hung out for a little bit, best I could.
Well, as with most things in life, real life or electronic, sometimes it's hard to keep, your fingers in everybody's shows and what they're doing and what they've been up to. So, and definitely that is a couple that we need to get on. We keep getting right at the edge of having it happen. Messages, etc., but we just haven't had it. So this is a very intriguing topic. So definitely, I'm going to see if I can reach out to her, or since she's messaging you, how you reach out and see what we can line up.
You reach out as well. We'll both reach out.
Yeah, I'll do it too. I think I still have all the information in this phone. If I don't, I know it's in the other one. So
David M says man comes from the clay, which was the point that I think Math was making yesterday.
Interesting.
And was sort of saying, you really want to fight these globalists, these globies, reproduce. Make babies. Make as many babies as you can. I thought that was a really interesting take. Saying he can the proper use of clay can increase fertility, increase sperm counts and sperm mobility.
Didn't know that one.
No, me either. That's why I said it's really interesting stuff. I'd be real curious to see what he's learned out there poking around in the mud.
Well, I know years back when I was reading Trudeau, Kevin Trudeau's books, breaking down the evil Food and Drug Administration, the pharmacy industry, all of those things. And in it, he mentioned the various internal cleansings that are done with clay, both directions, if you will, not to get too this early in the morning. But yeah, definitely something. And then I actually dug around in the clay. No, in the area, because there's New Orleans being 2.5 hours away is kind of where those kinds of things generally tend to congregate. So finding things like acupuncturists or things like that, anything a little off the beaten path is a little difficult locally. But I actually did find one that was local and reached out and heard the price and thank you very much. So, being that things like that aren't covered with insurance, it was something I couldn't afford at the time, for damn sure.
Shout out to everybody there watching on Rockfin. I see you guys there. I know chat's quiet, but I'm here. Just thought I'd let you in on that.
And I'm trying to get it open there. I guess I'm going to have to subscribe to someone on Rockfin because I keep having issues getting into certain people's things. And I know it's just because I'm not subbed to anyone yet, but Rockfin, where are you? There it is. As I fumble about live.
Did you get a chance to talk to David? You sent me a text, to which I promptly ignored. And
again, since we've spoken, have I talked to him?
Yes.
No.
Wait,
no, yes, I did. Good Lord, I'm so out of it this morning. Yes, immediately after you apparently got off the call with them the other day, him and Lena, I hopped into the call and hung out and was quite stunned at some of the information that I was made aware of there, and actually sent some information her way. And being that I'm the email master that I am, hashtag email master, I of course immediately sent a reply going, I don't see a link, and have it checked back to see if there is one. So my apologies to her. But yeah, I did speak, and it was interesting.
intellectual catch-up. So we want to do a show together, ASAP. What you doing Friday? Intellectual catch-up?
What?
I don't think we got anything going on Friday night, do we?
The best kind.
I think we're absolutely free this Friday, to the best of my knowledge. Seems like I was going to reach out to Buddha to try to fill this date, but I don't think I did. Free.
Well, interestingly enough, and I still haven't quite worked my way through this one, I had a friend reach out from like some time ago, and I've known him probably 25 years, maybe even longer. Let me think. Yeah, something like that. And he expressed an interest on coming by. So now, that being said, he and I have been very, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he's a super busy guy. He's got a young child in his life. He's been through some job changes recently. So he's usually just popping on, hey, what you up to? Let's hit some Halo, that kind of thing. We haven't really sat down and had a long discussion about anything in particular, just really, hey, how you been kind of thing. So I'm intrigued to find out how this might go with him coming on. I really am. So I'm trying to work on setting that up. A little teaser, more live production for you guys here on the Big Tuesday.
Shout out to 17 Joy in chat, whose ears must have been burning.
Must have been burning, lady. How are you? And my apologies, as I said already, about not getting back to your email, which I'm even right now going to go see what your reply was. Word. I got it now. I think. Yes, I do. I have something. Nice. Thank you, lady.
Try explaining.
Go ahead, Jack.
Have you tried explaining a real life tricorder to Shell? Have you tried explaining any of the things that
well, actually, she was out of town for the weekend dealing with her mom and dad's house. It's been sitting empty since he passed, and her mom moved to the apartment, and they got word that there might be a hole leaking in the roof, so they wanted to go check and see what was going on with that, and that kind of stuff. Wound up taking a trip to. Anyway, they did things. So she didn't get home till late Sunday, and then yesterday working, etc. We really haven't yet. I haven't sat down with her to discuss it.
Yeah.
And I know she'll be intrigued because she's actually had a couple of aura photographs as well in her life.
Oh, good.
I had dug around and found one, but it was actually one of someone else that I found. It's not one of me. So I still have to find my old box of goodies from that era and see what I have. Because I know I had at least probably 4 or 5 that I'd been able to hold on to that I didn't lose and moving and, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it seems like we're dancing around, but we're really, we have plans on getting all these details and topics out there on the show soon.
Well,
soon.
This is one of those things that, like, I want to be able to talk to her, but I need to record it first. The conversations that we need to have.
That's kind of what we had the discussion about, was doing a pre-record would make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, absolutely. And I'm not in chat right now. I'm actually in my email, so I'm sure I'm missing all kind of things about this idea. My apology.
Well, you're not missing too much. Jeremy's on the way to work. Ides of March is, the 74th day, as opposed to the 15th of March. It just happens to correspond to the 15th of March. I assumed the Ides of March was just that middle point of March. Didn't somebody recently reach out and suggest that there be a Brutus there in Russia and take out Vladimir Putin? Like straight Ides of March bullshit just last week, I think? I'd have to go back.
I missed it because I don't, dude. When I say I am unplugged from the world of news, there's really no way to explain it to the level of there's a shield around me that I really keep all that bullshit out of my head and soul and energy field. And I've been that way since a kid, not just, the last 7 years. Shout out to all those having anniversaries, flat anniversaries here of late.
Yeah. I have Riles in chat asking, what's up with you guys' cover for Dave's tracking app? LOL. Well, it's not like Dave is giving you a flashlight and then tracking your location. Dave says, hey, if you want your location tracked and marked and put on this map for everybody to see, here, you sign up and you pay so that you can be tracked and have your location put on this map for everybody to see. I mean, it's not like it's a secret tracking app. It's, hey, you want to be tracked so everybody can see where you are? And people say, yes, or people say, no, they're not getting tricked into being tracked by Dave. This isn't some subversive thing. It's the app that lets people know where you are. It's going to track you. If you're surprised that it tracks you, maybe you should have thought about what the app does. And if you don't want to be tracked, don't sign up for the Friend Finder. The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app by Blue Water Bay in and of itself is not a tracking app.
Damn. I'm so lost, really, because I'm trying to see the comment that's leading to this. Definitely, we do cover that app quite often because it's an amazing tool, and we love David quite a bit. Plus, Zach gets a cut. I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding. We just give Zach shit about it because he's got it down, dude, like an announcer. So, another thing I just noticed in chat, Ross Haas having a little flood issue there in his home area. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sending you a lot of protective energy. Sorry to hear that's happening.
Intellectual Ketchup and Ian both said it in chat, and I've always said it too. If you think that if you don't have the Friend Finder app means that you're not being tracked, then maybe you need to rethink your position on technology. Because Friend Finder app or no, you're being tracked.
Yeah, some would say, well, I don't know how crazy and Lulu you want to get. But some would say we're tracked in ways we can't even conceive of. We are literally tracked by our blood scent. Da-doomps. No, seriously. That's a whole different topic. JG saying that she would like to come on there as well in chat, I see.
Absolutely.
Sorry the time change has thrown you, Liz. It threw me as well. I couldn't get out of my chair after not sleeping correctly the other day. It's probably why I woke up at 2 instead of 3, because that was really what time I normally would have gotten up. Is that correct? I don't know.
Yes. How was your sleep on Sunday? Sunday night, I slept, went to bed, probably normal time, woke up at 11:30, at 12:30, at 1:30, at 2:30, and finally, no, I take that back, 1:30, and then again at 3:30. I slept right through that 2:30 mark. That was the best sleep I got all night. Was from 1:30 to 3:30.
Actually modified a bit as I was heading to bed between.
Did you get a little nerdled?
Some little nerdling and a bit of some really nice red dragon kratom that I have right now that has become quite a relaxing evening bedtime strain. For those who don't remember, it's red for bed, white for flight, green for in between. And do your research. And I'm not a doctor, but kratom can help you probably in lots of ways you have no way of even conceiving of. And as I have worked on getting my dosage correct and back to where I need it to be, definitely the nerdling has helped. Shout out to all the nerdles.
Here we go, a nerdling.
A nerdle, my kingdom for a nerdle. Man, who else is talking about stuff there in chat? It looks like it's going to be a chatty kind of show. Wow, I had gone way back, or a lot of people hopped in. All right, guy. Look, I'm not usually that guy, but I do see quite a disparaging difference between the number watching and those little Fonzies. So let's get those Fonzies happening.
We've only got about 3 minutes till we hit the break, Walter. But if you want
That's
to
what I
check
was
out
trying to get back to. Exactly. Thank you.
Check out the show chat here. I dropped little videos there and there with my nerdled shirt design. I've got one more in my brain. We might make another variation to that one.
Oh, I got to go see it. Hold on. I'm trying to get to Rock Band is really throwing me.
It's about as
morning.
basic
I
as
don't
it
know
could
why
be.
I'm having so much trouble with it.
I just
there. Now I got it on.
It's one of those where I saw the font and thought, reading that font makes me feel a little nerdled. I think that'll be a good one.
All right. Where did you drop it? In the show chat?
Right here in the Ironworks chat, yeah.
Are you showing it to everybody else?
Nope.
Oh, so this is strictly just, it's got music and everything. It's my speakers open.
You know.
Oh, dude, that shirt is amazing. Give me that shirt now.
It's real basic, but I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought.
No, it's amazingly basic. That's a very great design, Josh.
Miss Mays and her Josh, I think, will like it too. They both thoroughly enjoy the term nerdle.
I do too. Thank you, sir.
So I've got this other design I'm going to send you to look at whilst we're on the break. If I can dig it up.
We're not going to use the crowd. Oh, sorry. The wonderful people that we're using now, right? We're going to speak to our
no.
friend and get a quality shirt made, right?
Exactly.
Yes. We have plans, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are excited like we are.
I've sort of recruited his help a little bit because I'm having a little bit of creative blockage there in my brain pan. And just
get me on those calls. That would help probably because I have ideas. I just don't really enjoy the execution we currently are doing. So it kind of made me stop doing it. You know, when you get the shirts and they're not great, it's really discouraging, especially at the price that people are being charged, even at cost.
Right. So, all of those issues are being resolved.
We're resolving all of that soon, very soon.
To the point that we can get some
really good shirts.
Demos and see and just get a good idea of the quality before we start putting them out there. Because the price point is good for that. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Other than we got about 30 seconds.
I suppose we'll dig about the pile. I see a few interesting bits and pieces. Seems like there was something related to our show Friday that I got into over the weekend, but man, I can't tell you what it was. If you missed Friday's show, dang it, what the hell are you doing? What are you thinking even?
What are you?
Oh, sorry, I'm having a problem.
I'm trying to get over here so I can respond to Intellectual Catch-Up's email so that I don't forget.
Anyway, finally getting to know Rico this last Friday was amazing, brother. Reach out, hang out again. It was great. Rico's tinfoil sombrero, in case you didn't know. Anyway, we'll be right back with the Ironworks here on TFR Radio.
Here's the power in good communication. When what you say is only the tip of the iceberg of all you know, that's when communications becomes powerful. When what you say is only a portion of all that you know because you've gotten ready for this moment, this time, this occasion. I'm sure we've all been around some people who very quickly told us more than they knew. Didn't take them but a short period of time to run out of illustrations, to exhaust all their stories, probably meaning great lack of preparation, great lack of deliberately getting ready. Now, it is possible in some respects to prepare for life just by accident. You know, life does teach us some things by accident. There are some things you can learn by just careening from wall to wall and stumbling from day to day and staggering from week to week. I mean, you can learn some things that way. But the other 99% of what you need to know has got to be on purpose. Preparation on purpose. Good phrase.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon by Christine. Great for heart palpitations. by Ann. Before I started using this product, every afternoon, my ankles and my hands would be swollen. That doesn't happen anymore. So if that part of their advertising is true, I have to assume that the rest of it is also. Not to mention that when I had my yearly blood test, only a few weeks after beginning to use this product, my cholesterol had dropped over 30 points. I'm going to continue to take it. By Croc. I love this product. It really works. By Brad. Works great, thank you. Tell us your story. Get your Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
For millennia, mankind has been searching for answers to the big questions, such as, where did the universe come from? Where did we come from? Why are we here? Are we alone? And just what the heck is the Sasquatch all about? I can't promise you answers, and neither can the Woo Crew, but they invite you to join them Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight in the UK, for Freaky Friday, exclusively on Truth Frequency Radio. Spirituality, multiverse, quantum mechanics, the occult, and so much conspiracy analysis that it will make your mind melt. Take my word for it. Freaky Friday. It's more than a show. It's a way of life. I am Stephen Hawking, and I am proud to be a Wookiee.
Real people, real radio.
Initiating the truth frequency.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
And welcome back. Second half of the first half kicking off right now. Intellectual catch up. I got your email. It did finally come through. Thought I was going a little crazy. Had to check which account I was on. So I don't see any email here. But nope, I saw it. I see it now. I will text. I got to say, I love that phone number. That's even easier to remember than my own. I can remember your phone number easier than I can remember our phone number. 707 666 5328. 666 flat. That's pretty good. That's what makes me smile.
Shout out Tommy, that flat fellow, dropping the early morning sunglasses super chat. Thank you, brother.
My phone number is my license plate. 666 flat. That's hilarious. Hilarious.
Oh, we came in with a little Tony McAlpine, hundreds of thousands. I dropped a link in the chat there for a live rendering of that song that is quite frickin' amazing. Anyway. Shout out Special K in the chat. All right, let me get out of the chat and go dig into this pile. Give me half a second here. Good sir.
You betcha. I'm just trying to get some stuff on screen for the folks that are watching over there on YouTube and Rockfin, DLive,
Cool.
Odyssey, all that good stuff. Yeah, trying to incorporate a little bit of visual aspect to the space, let us at least being able to share the story that we are reading. Let them know we're not just making it up, because some of this stuff you'd have to wonder, are these guys just pulling this shit up out their ass and telling us they read it on the internet? But no.
No, unfortunately, it's out there. It's out there. Let me see. Well, first, a little music news. Before we get into the lettuce pile, I'm sorry. I just got to throw this out there because I'm quite excited. Even though the closest one to me is quite far off, I will do everything I can to make it happen again. Porcupine Tree, who I played a few songs by on our little musical forays here lately, and have shared quite often because they are one of my favorite bands, probably of all time. And they had not been together for some time. Stephen Wilson, who was basically the brains behind the band, had gone kind of off on his solo thing, having a lot of different musicians on his solo albums instead of these guys. But they're back together. They have recently put out a new single called Of the New Day. There's a new album coming called Closure Continuation. But yeah, 13 dates everywhere from Ontario, Washington, D.C., Denver, Colorado. So all over the place. I'll drop the link for you guys. Would love to play the new song, but you know how the old tubers are. So anyway, I saw them for their Fear of a Blank Planet album tour. They had a band called 3 opening for them, who were also freaking phenomenally technical prog musician. Just if you've never heard of the band 3, the number, try to find them. They're amazing too. Anyway, drop the link there for the article that goes into a little more detail and has those dates. All right. So for those of you over there on the East Coast, we know a few people over there.
Better you than me.
Yeah. You know, I was planning on coming to an event this year. I really, really, truly was. I have some really big plans on doing that because I love you people and I want to get, you know, those hugs I've been waiting for and have been promising you all. So I want to come see y'all. And so, you know, that means heading out to the East Coast. However, an invasive species of spider the size of a child's hand. Let me read that to you again. An invasive spider species the size of a child's hand is expected to colonize the entire East Coast this spring by parachuting down from the skies. This is researchers at the University of Georgia announcing this last week. Now, these large Joro spiders are a personal hated spider of mine. There was an area in Texas we would go to on summers for jobs for my dad. We would stay in a fifth wheel camper trailer while the job was taking place. And we were at this KOA in Orange, Texas, and this whole camp was basically full of these spiders. Like every tree, every bush, they were everywhere. It was like the world of the spiders there. Anyway, I still have nightmares. But they're going to be coming in, ballooning up and down the East Coast as early as May. Now they're harmless to humans. Their fangs are actually too small to break human skin. It says here in this article. I don't want to test that theory. Wow, I think it might be hailing outside. Wow, it is. I hear little the pebbles hitting the outside air conditioner. Crazy. Anyway, are you showing pictures of our little friends there, John? I'm not seeing the screen. Yeah. So, not certain how far north they'll travel, but they may make it as far north as DC or even Delaware. They're bright yellow, black, blue, and red, can grow up to 3 inches across. They travel in shipping containers. Oh, they're named for Jorogumo, a creature of Japanese folklore that can shapeshift into a woman or spider before killing its prey. Can I get enough? Anyway, there's nothing they can do. They're coming, but they're harmless. This guy in the article says, let's pool our resources and build a dome around Georgia and keep them there. Ha, 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 ha.
Ha.
Yeah, man. I'd try. I've done a lot. I've changed a lot. I don't instantly squish every spider I see. But if a spider gets on me unbeknownst and unaware and uninvited, and I find it and it's a sudden shock, there's no telling what could happen. Somebody would probably wind up getting hurt. Probably me, as I start spazzing out. But,
Look, if the arachnids have started a two-pronged approach where they're attacking me by land and by air,
too, right?
it's game on, right? It's sort of no holds barred at this point.
Unfortunately, my favorite weapon against spiders no longer exists. There's nothing as powerful as a can of Right Guard and a lighter. That'll fuck a spider up.
And the sighting of a house, for what it's worth.
So, interestingly enough, not only do we have spiders parachuting down from the sky onto the earth, we have giant, mysterious blobs inside the earth. Yeah, I don't know either. Are you sharing the little animation, I guess, is what you would call that, a GIF?
I was sidetracked. I had to... wait, where
are we? So there's apparently some blobs under the earth.
Oh, right. Sorry, I got a bunch of they're all open, all these stories. I just got to pull them all up.
I can tab it. I can do it. Probably. Let me see.
There we go. I think I got it.
You got it? All right. I was going to do it.
I mean, if that's not real.
You've got not just, the usual image, quote unquote. We have an animation. Rotating 3D view of Earth's blobs. Now, the interesting thing is, this is dated 2016, that little image that you're seeing rotate around. That was really the only reason I really cared about this article. I mean, it's the usual crap about seismic blobbity blah and volcanic blobbity blah and hot magma blobbity blah. The mantle, which is a slightly goopy mess in the inside layers of the usual crap that we've heard a million times that they have no way of proving or seeing or anything. But the fact that this is suddenly news, it's like, oh my God, this animation is from 2016. So it kind of leads back to that whole thing of feeding us crap, keep us distracted. Space lettuce, earth blobs, giant spiders. Oh my. It does look a little bit like ginger. If you look at that blue picture, it's kind of like ginger growing in the earth. So that's cool.
I was
That's
stuck in
good
that
for
first
you.
one where it just looks like fluid dynamics and someone did a snapshot of a drop.
Well, this is on how they got to this. Our combination of the analysis of seismic results and the geodynamic modeling provides new insights into the nature of Earth's largest structure. In the deep interior, see, there's no point in even reading this. It's just more blibbly blah blah. Interestingly enough, these were first discovered in the 80s. Not really interesting at all. I know. I know. Huh. I keep hearing little ticks on my window. It's crazy that it is freaking hailing here. All right, let me go back to the pile, good sir.
I think I can hear that thunder. Is that thunder I hear?
Yeah, it's really crazy here. Like I said, I woke up to a crazy day. I didn't know it was going to even be raining, let alone storming, and it's going to last for another 3 or 4 hours. That's what I saw. Now, so not only apparently are there blobs inside the Earth, but according to the story Zach dropped for us here, life, traces of life discovered deep in the Earth's mantle. Now, if you remember from the last story, the mantle is that ooey gooey part of the Earth.
The nougat.
The nougat, right. You got to have that when you got it wrapped around that spinny magic light dioding curry spitting in the face of magnetic anyway. Apparently, they've discovered Earth life in Earth's mantle. Now, how have they done that? Let's find out, shall we?
Guess this is where we tell.
What happened?
Nothing. I was
no, please.
I was gonna say, is this where we tell Planned Parenthood to keep their dirty hands off?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. So apparently, these researchers have examined rare diamond-bearing volcanic rocks known as kimberlites. Oh, I dated her in college. Anyway, called kimberlites
I prefer
from different epochs.
timber full flavor.
Right. These special rocks are messengers from the lowest regions of the Earth's mantle. Scientists measured the isotopic composition of carbon in about 150 samples of these special rocks. They found that the composition of younger kimberlites, which are less than 250 million years old, varies considerably from that of older rocks.
Always ID your kimberlite.
You got to look at your kimberlite. You don't want to get in trouble. Check that ID. Okay, I'm really trying to find the life part. Okay, during the transition of the Cambrian epoch, about 450 million. I'm sorry. Pardon me, the coffee's getting to me. The enormous increase in life forms in the oceans during that time left these sediments in the bottom of the ocean. And so, these rocks have somehow magically floated through the earth up to the surface, is essentially what this story is telling me. And that's how they found life from the mantle. They picked up a rock and said, this is from the mantle, and it's got life in it. Some carbon, which means life. There's no living thing. There's no actual cells or functional systems, or there's just some carbon traces they determined as light. So that's how that one goes.
Interesting headline, though.
Yeah, you know, it got you there. And we have the nougat this time.
Yeah.
Nougat and the crunchy center. It doesn't look metal or spinny or
doesn't make me want
or
a
any of
Whopper.
those.
A malted milk ball is what I'd like. Them things are addictive. I can't start down that road. They used to come in like the great big cardboard milk containers. I'd eat the whole damn basket.
Yeah. And look, I know it's insane, but I would love to come across those weird, punctured, almost hollow, soft, chewy ones. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
In fact, I would set 2 or 3 of those aside and save them as I would come across them and enjoy those as kind of like the dessert of the malted milk balls. Yes, I have problems. I used to want a whole box of just those. Like, pick these out, make me a box of those, and I will take that.
However you fuck these up, can I get a whole box of them?
Sorry, I just got sidetracked. I saw Mosquito talk in the chat, and living in Louisiana, being our state bird and all that, I'm intrigued. It looks like, according to Dawn, shout out Dawn, they are releasing some genetically modified mosquitoes that are supposed to stop females somehow. Yeah. Yeah. Mosquitoes aren't real. Oh, wait, that's birds. Never mind. Birds are. I am scrolling through the pile here, sir.
You scroll through the pile. It's hard to read when they're just little bitty tabs up on the top of the screen. Up on my big screen.
Right.
I gotta crane my neck and then squint real hard because I'm old.
So apparently they've chosen a team to make oxygen on the moon.
Why not?
I mean, that's what I think. Why not?
Why not? What's the worst that could happen? You just start saying shit.
Well, apparently there was a competition, so ESA has selected an industrial team that will design
Welcome to the show.
Right?
You don't know if you're part of the show.
Apparently it is a Thales Alenia Space. I'm probably totally Alenia Space in the UK have been tasked with producing a small piece of equipment that will evaluate the prospect of building larger lunar plants to extract propellant. Wait, what? For spacecraft and breathable air. There we go. For astronauts, as well as metallic raw materials for their equipment. Now, is this going to be using the rocks? Let's find out. Well, there we go. They will need to extract 50 to 100 grams of oxygen from the lunar regolith, targeting a 70% extraction. They don't have to do it all in a hurry within a 10-day period running on solar power, available within a single fortnight-long lunar day. Wait, what?
So one lunar day is 2 weeks? Is that what I'm understanding?
But I thought that there was always one face that was always facing us. Okay, I guess the moon, I guess the sun, yeah, and then there's the phases. Okay, I guess that could be a thing. Good God. A single fortnight long lunar day before coming into before the coming of, good Lord, I can't read this morning. Before the coming of the pitch black, freezing lunar night. Good Lord. So yeah, they're gonna, oh man, are you seeing this? Is anyone seeing this? Let me share it. Can I share it? Can I share it?
For sure. I mean, I am.
Can I finish?
I'll let
Can
you.
I finish?
Yeah.
Can I finish? No. Dude,
Go ahead and
y'all
finish.
see this? There it is. The plan.
Hold on.
Right there.
Let me
there's
get you up big.
cartoons and images and
oh
stuff.
Wow. That's a pretty detailed plan.
Let me get it up here on the screen just by itself. I wouldn't want anything to distract you guys from the plan. Now, the space faucet is the most technically simplistic idea, but on the moon, you want things that are not too complicated, like robot arms. Oh my God.
Right. So we're just going to keep it simple. Stupid. We're going to go up there and we're going to just turn the faucet on.
There's the plan.
And if you want the details, then it's just too complicated. We want to keep things simple.
Oh, well, here we go. So the landing will be dusty, and then commissioning, whatever that means. And then acquisition will be dusty and complex. And then loading will be dusty. It'll have high temperatures and it'll be complex. Production, high temperatures and high power. Not so complex. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even finish this one. All right, so you guys get the idea. They're making a fake thing for the fake moon when they don't go here in another. When is it? Which one are they not going next? 2024 or 2030?
I think it's 2024. I think it's
They did move it back to 2024 because I know it was 2024 and then it was 2030, but now they've moved it back to 2024.
I think that's right. I think that's what I'm looking at right now. Because of their budget, you see, they just don't have enough money. They got that really tight shoestring budget they're operating on. What do you expect, for fuck's sake?
I mean, yeah.
Uh-oh. This is Time Magazine, and I've only got a limited number of free articles, so I better make this one count.
Running into that, too. That's why there's certain stories I haven't even got to because I just opened them and closed them right away because I hate that. It's like, every news source I go to should be free. I demand it. Shit. Oops, sorry. Darn. Poop. We're almost at another break.
Well, this is kind of an interesting story. I'm just looking at it right now. It starts talking about how much they had been getting. Like back in 1969, the cost of taxpayers was $5.93 billion. That was in 1966, which represents a high watermark of NASA's annual funding. In the 64-year history of the space agency. Then it goes on to talk about how they're going to cut basically in half compared to what it was then. I'm not quite sure how they get those numbers. But we've got some pretty interesting stories just like that one that we're going to finish, and many more. Straight ahead here on the Ironworks Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com.
This is iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio makes you want to move. When you have a great melody, a song lasts forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes.
Did you know you can listen to Truth Frequency Radio on iHeartRadio? Just download the app to your smart car, smartphone, or smart TV and get the best of TFR wherever you are.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Who will that be? Donald Trump. Who will that be? President Trump. Who will that be? Donald Trump. Who will that be? President Trump. We have gone from America first to America last. Democrats are vicious. Remember this, it's true.
Who would have thought that within 33 days we'd be bombing the Middle East? You can French kiss the guy next to you, yelling abolish the police.
With your help, we will take back the House. We will win the Senate, and then a Republican president will make a triumphant return. Who will that be? Donald Trump. Who will that be? President Trump. Who will that be? Donald Trump. Who will that be? President Trump. We take great pride in our country. We teach the truth about history, and we reject left-wing lunacy.
Put the mask on! That's not funny! Put the mask on! Because ain't nobody having fun while the socialists are in charge.
With your help, we will take back the House. We will win the Senate, and then a Republican president will make a triumphant return. Who will that be? Donald Trump. Who will that be? President Trump. Who will that be? Donald Trump. Who will that be? President Trump.
By the way, in Washington, D.C., Bernie is wearing mittens. Hasbro now wants a gender-neutral Mr. Potato Head.
Fortunately,
The best is yet to come. 3, 2, 1.
Who will that be?
Donald Trump.
Who will that be?
President Trump.
Who will that be?
Donald Trump.
Who will that be?
President Trump.
Wherever you are, make it TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
Here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Wake up! Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet.
Tell me things, Internet. The Earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe that dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard,
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworks because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworks with Josh, Walt and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworks with Josh, Walt and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworks on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the Ironworks with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworks and become an Iron Scout.
I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over.
And welcome back. Little HAL 9000 there for you.
Thank you, Hal. I appreciate that. So really quick, we have stunning news. I know we joke and kid the scientists, but apparently the answer to the universe's greatest mystery, which is dark, could be axions. So now they're just going back to stuff that we've had already and trying to figure out if that'll plug in to their BS. This story is from when? Just 2 days ago. So yeah, even as we played the intro, they are still trying to think really harder. Oh, and this story is one of my last ones for free too. So, I know. I don't know if you saw my note there in our chat to add some phone lines or maybe open the calls up to some people there in chat that would be interested in popping in and hanging out with us.
I could absolutely do that. Any preferences?
It's whatever's easiest for them, guys in chat there. I think I saw David say he might want to pop on, catch up. Mentioned popping on, so put your preference in chat and we will make it so.
I think I'm going to do flatline. TFR's call board's got
the flatline?
The flatline.
Is it like you got it, the hamster's awake? I mean,
I'm turning the lights on now. We'll see what happens
wake
to
that
him.
little fucker up, get him running. Somebody talking about mice in chat. Ian, what's up? Anyway, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. The axioms are now what they're looking at. Good news, while we're trying to get you guys in here, we didn't die.
Oh yeah? I mean, how do you know?
I don't.
Would you be able to tell the difference?
Like, would I know if I died or not? Or is it just more of the same bullshit? It never ends. Anyway. So apparently we were going to get hit in 2023, just around the corner. A 230-foot wide asteroid initially tracked to hit Earth in 2023. But apparently, it has now been determined that that's not the case. Oh, man, what are we doing here? Now I've got other stories. What is going on here? I've never seen this one. Okay, I got it finally. Lord. Thank you, USA Today. I've lost the beginning of the story. So recently discovered asteroid wider than a hockey rink was going to hit Earth next year. Asteroid 2022 AE1, discovered by the Catalina Sky Survey, University of Arizona, in January of last year. And they didn't carry the one.
I thought that was a Canadian measurement anyway.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry.
I thought. I mean, how many Americans do you know measures by the dimensions of hockey rink?
Well, you're right. Touche. about that? I don't know.
Eh?
So apparently, if it had hit the Earth, it would have been like some real damage to a local area.
Whoa, wait, what?
Wait, what? What? I thought if it was the size of I don't know, something, it was going to like destroy all life as we know it and near Earth destruction and all that. So if the size of a hockey rink, similar to the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima in 1945, according to space.com, so it's got to be legit.
I mean, it'd take what? A couple 100 pounds of an asteroid to come through and hit for a blast that size, I would think. I mean, we used to have dinosaurs that covered this entire globe.
Okay, so wait.
Until the asteroid came from space, you see. And it smashed into this globe, you see, and it killed all of our dinosaurs, you see, just before or while we were evolving as humans. Don't you know? Eh?
That's outrageous. Okay, so I'm so confused. So they discovered it in January of last year. And it's been said here, in almost 10 years at ESA, I've never seen such a risky object, Michele said in a statement, who is Marco Michele there at the Near Earth Object Coordination Center. When the asteroid became visible a week later, astronomers were able to calculate it was a false alarm by following its orbit. Let me see if I'm maybe. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Everybody, hold on. When the asteroid became visible a week later, astronomers were able to calculate it was a false alarm. So is there something about astronomy I don't understand, apparently? You just guess shit until you hope something flies into view? What does that even mean? What am I reading? Oh. The data was clear, says Laura Fagiola, Near Earth Object Dynamicists with the European Space Agency. Well, somebody made up a job title there, didn't they?
Shit.
Had 2022 AE1's path remained uncertain, we would have used any means possible to keep watching it with the biggest telescopes we have. This is not real, right? Is this a joke site I'm reading from? Oh, USA Today. It is. Never mind. Oh, my God. I'm not even believing these things that are actually coming out of my face right now.
Who's a girl got to blow to get an obnoxiously long, meaningless title around here? Oh, yeah. I'm the Near Earth Object Dynamicist with the European Space Agency. So what does that mean? Well, you see, what I do is, if I see something, I'll pretend to know where it came from and where it's going. And then I'll calculate it. And then by the time I can actually see it, I'll know if I was right or not.
So, yeah, according to... So they sent out a... Man, come on, really? Astronomers had been concerned there wasn't enough time to prepare a defense system against the asteroid had it been on track to strike the Earth. So in November, NASA launched the DART system, which will seek to determine whether crashing a spacecraft into asteroid could change its course, because I don't want to miss a thing. I mean, I don't understand anymore. Anyway, interesting side note, you mentioned the old dinosaurios. Apparently, new research says that the asteroid that killed those dinosaurs hit the Earth in springtime. So there you go. I mean, you know.
There's that.
Did you suss out our interconnectivity?
I do believe,
sir.
The flat line should be open.
Nice. So, what's that number again?
That is area code 304 503 3528. 304 503 flat.
And I keep pouring this coffee on my brain, and it just doesn't seem to be working. If only I had some ways to clear my mind and get out of this mental fog I'm in.
Looks like you picked the wrong week to stop smoking crack.
You know?
I hear somethings.
2 ringy dingies.
Good morning, caller. Thanks for calling the flat line. Welcome to the Ironworks.
How you doing? It's David.
Hey, what's up, David? How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Nothing, just chilling, hanging out.
I know that guy. What's up, brother?
How you doing, man? No, Zach today. You guys are trying to read the news. I'm waiting for Zach to jump in.
Yeah, he was feeling a little under the weather. He said if it changes, he'll hop on. So you never know. Things could change here in about 13 minutes. You never know. Top of the hour at the break. Christ, weird. That was the top of the hour, wasn't it? What the fuck?
Yeah, that time change got us all pretty fucked up here.
Holy shit. So confused. Yeah, so I guess.
But anyway.
We'd probably be without Zach today, would be my guess.
Yeah. So how was your weekend, David?
Oh, it was good. I got injured skateboarding or whatever, so I've just been
what'd you do?
laying around the house.
What were you trying to do, I guess I should say?
Oh man, I really don't know at that point. You know, I don't even know what was going on at that point. I had smoked a lot.
And see, this is what happens when you try to push your brain when your brain's already said enough is enough. The way I understand it, David had been out skating all day long and was like done.
I had been up all night long, and then I went and skated from like 8 a.m. till late in the afternoon.
And he was like done. But then what was it? Your nephew, I think, wanted to go back out?
No, my neighbor, when I came back, was like, "Oh, you went over to the park?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, we should go." And I was like, "Oh, we could go right now, I guess." I should have just stayed home.
Should have just stayed home. Story of my life. Well, how you feeling now?
I'm feeling good. I just have a little just have to walk it off, I guess. Essentially, I bashed the knee pretty good, so it's just pretty bruised. The wounds are pretty much starting to heal already, so.
Good.
So I just been over here researching. Tomorrow I'm gonna be on Awesome Austin on his show on Wednesday. I think it's I don't know what, maybe it's Eastern time. I think 3 p.m. maybe.
That's gonna be good shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Awesome Austin.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about I think we're gonna talk about anointing oil and some other subjects. I think I have an email about it somewhere, but I don't know where it's at.
So I'm going
to
be.
I can't find it, but we're going to talk about multiple subjects or whatever. So it should be pretty interesting. If anyone's around, you should check it out.
Hell yeah. Always a good conversation to be had over there with the Awesome Austin on the Awesome Austin channel. They're on YouTube.
I'm researching like 10 different things for like 10 different subjects that like we've been talking about, other people have been talking about, other things that I'm interested in. I got so much research going on right now, theories that I'm working on, you know? So I just get distracted. I just have to have a list in front of me. Like, this is what we're going to talk about.
I was about to say, give us a teaser or two, but if you don't have your list.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the list of like what we're talking about because I did do some research on one of these subjects that I wanted to mention with Austin or whatever, and I couldn't find the list right now when I was looking through my email. I was trying to sign up for Skype.
And then as far as on Wednesdays hanging out for our our midweek meetup, it's definitely a thing we can work around if Skype's an issue, as I told you there, for sure.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I'm going to do that show. I guess it's a couple hours long. So whenever around that, I can't really go anywhere. Yesterday I was driving around and, when I got out of the car, my knee was so injured, I really couldn't even stand. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't have been driving around all day. I don't know. Chill. I just know go,
Right. It sounds like it for damn sure.
It's like, I could start walking a little bit. Let's go. Like there's no chill.
You just need a little medicine on it or in it or around it. Some oils, ointments, and whatnot.
That's what I did yesterday. And then I'm doing some frequency-based medicine, which we're going to talk about in the next couple weeks or whatever. So,
yeah, that's going to be really fun.
Somebody was mentioning in the chat, I saw someone said something about mosques were made for mosquitoes. I was trying to find that also. That's pretty interesting. It was a Tomanoid or something like that, I think.
That is an interesting one. I don't think I've heard.
No, I don't know that one either. I know I've had a lot of interesting things that kind of tie into mosquitoes, I guess. And I don't know if you guys have ever read the Velikovsky books, When Worlds Collide. Yes, it's space driven. I get that. But if you take all that space stuff and put it into the flat realm and the energy traveling stars that are above us that seem to have changed over time. For instance, at some point we know, or at least we've been told, there was no moon, there was no sun, things like that. In his theories, as these things were kind of aligning themselves into their current whatever orbits is the only word I can come up with that works, patterns, cymatic patterns, whatever, collisions occurred. And as these collisions occurred, it was part of what was being oh man, this is all hard to explain. Like the things in the Bible were like when manna fell from the sky, it was caused by this chemical reaction. And it's just really interesting stuff. Intriguing. That's where a lot of these pestilence came from during these times in the Bible, were these bodies that were colliding. Now, again, if you take that idea and put it into the realm as we know it, and that at some point we've seen in the reset artwork that there are these what seem to be things from the sky, asteroid, flaming something flying around and crashing into shit, and take the idea of these pestilence being biological warfare, just some crazy ideas to throw around.
There's some interesting research on meteorites that say that it contains THC, and I'm not going to say I don't think meteorites come from outer space or whatever, but it's really interesting that we see them, and wherever the origin is from, it's interesting that they contain THC in the first place.
Well, it seems like I remember something. Man, it's been too long now. It was early. Actually, it may even have been prior to me finding all the Flat Earth videos. It may have been something I was looking at before that, but it was about this huge cycle, and I can't remember which one it is, if it was the eon or the epoch or what it was, but it was like whatever this cycle is, this person lined it up to these different ways that the cannabis plant was like here in this one form. And then the next time we went through this cycle, kind of, I guess, this idea of these energy fields, these different frequencies. And as we go through these different areas, the cannabis plant changed, and it's. I mean, I'll have to see if I can find that video. It was great. It was about, but it seemed like it was tied into some of the some of the ideas of like synchronism and some of the Santos stuff and things like that. I'll see if I can dig it up here.
What I think was interesting is like if we have these plasma events and these resets and stuff like that, how that would affect the plants, and would that create mutations, or if the sun's, going opposite of how it was going, if it was going west to east, or like rising west to east and all stuff like that, would that affect the plant as well too? I mean, I think it clearly would, because it would change the conditions.
Right.
Yeah, so I wonder like how stuff would have been in prior ages.
Ignore any messages that might be coming through right now, David. I was not meaning to actually press send while you were on the phone.
Oh, it's okay. I saw the message, heard it, all that it came through already. Awesome.
What was I going to say? Fuck, I just lost it. It's twice.
But I do collect crystals, and I do collect all types of rocks, or what they classify as rocks, and meteorites and all kinds of stuff like that. I'm really interested in that, but it's hard to really figure out, like, geology's told us a bunch of fibs, so it's kind of hard to figure out what some of this stuff is. We also have a bunch of petrified trees and stuff like that. Where my family lives, somebody used to mine all these different things, and we found underneath the house, we found like 7 huge boulders, and those boulders came out of this mine. So we're thinking about splitting them all open and see what's inside, to see if they're from petrified trees, or see what's inside the boulder. That's another project that I'm working on currently as well.
That's cool.
And
that is cool.
We have to get that done before the end of the month, because that property is going to be sold. So we want to do it before, so we could figure out if it's worth trying to haul 7 big, large boulders or just leave them,
That reminds me, when I was about 8, we were out in Oklahoma visiting my family out there, and they had it was, kind of like desert area, high desert. And so we would play on these little cliff faces. And of course, being kids, we're going to dig tunnels, dig caves, that kind of stuff. And we would come up with these, we called them dinosaur eggs. They were like rocks, but when you would shake them, there was something inside them. They were hollow, obviously. But inevitably, when we would finally get one open, break it open, it had nothing in it. I don't understand that. And I mean, it was hard to break open. It was almost like it was metallic in nature and layers. I wish I had some of that stuff. We had about probably 5 of them we had brought back with us home, and we kept around the house, kind of like decorative. They got lost over the years. But yeah, I wonder what the hell those were.
This guy, he would go in the mountains to some mines, because like we found all of his tools and paperwork and all types of stuff. But what he did was, when he hauled all the stuff back, he buried it all in the yard. So we just started finding gold and silver and just random shit, like, holy shit, this is gold. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It looks like gold, but is it gold? And then we started finding all this stuff out. So it's really interesting why he would take these boulders and drag them all the way back from the mountains and then hide them on this property.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'll definitely tell you guys about that as it unfolds. We try to dash this thing
I was
up.
just about to check and say, hey, David, hold that thought. We're out of break. The last break.
If you say so. What the hell do I know? This is the Ironworks, Truth Frequency Radio, TFR Live, 4th and final, coming up right after this. Hanging out with David M. on the Flatline. We'll be back right after this.
Self-motivation. You got to motivate yourself. I found out you can't change people. They can change themselves, but you can't change them. People have to change themselves. Good people are not trained, they're found. So you got to find the right people. That's the key to getting a good job done. One of the major things we learn in management, lesson 1, don't send your ducks to Eagle School. Because it won't help. I mean, I'm telling you, it won't help, no matter how good your school is. And the little eagle badge and little eagle hat, I'm telling you, it won't help. It won't help. You can tell whether your school's done any good, right? When it's over, right? The duck goes for his first rabbit and makes him a friend. You say, no, no, no. So it takes self-motivation to really alter your life. And you don't want to give self-motivation away to somebody else and make it somebody else motivating you. The guy says, boy, if somebody just come by and turn me on. What if they don't show up, right? See, you got to have a better plan for your
From the dawn of
life.
man, we have turned to nature to help attain balance within ourselves. But somewhere, we lost our way. Western culture is once again remembering the healing benefits of CBD, the non-psychoactive component of the hemp plant. That's why more and more people who use CBD report relief from inflammation and chronic pain, balanced blood sugar and cardiovascular system, relief from muscle tensions, tremors, migraines, headaches, anxiety, depression, and the list goes on. The big question is, where do you get it? Life is a 99% pure CBD oil made with all organic ingredients, and it's available to TFR listeners worldwide. If you use coupon code TFR at checkout, you'll get $5 towards your order. Head on over to ialife.com now. That's AYA life.com.
Hey everyone, it's Mark Sargent from Strange World, broadcasting live every Tuesday evening, 10 to 12 Eastern, 7 to 9 Pacific, right here on True Frequency Radio. Strange World covers a wide range of topics, from enclosed world theory to lunar waves to the end of the world in film. It's basically doomsday with a silver lining. With the audience as my co-host, we take an optimistic approach to all things conspiracy and promote confidence, hope, and humor whenever possible. If there's a topic you want us to cover or a guest you would like to see interviewed, please email me at msargent23@comcast.net. So please join me and tell your friends about Truth Frequency Radio, the leader in real radio programming, bringing you quality, cutting-edge broadcasts from around the world.
You are now tuned into the truth frequency.
Your protection from deception. TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And welcome back. Still, I'm not out of bubblegum. I got me a great big old jar full of bubblegum.
Congrats. How's that treating you?
You know, I actually smoked a bowl last night before bed, was my nightcap, and I thought, I'm just going to tear a little bit off of this. Still feels a little moist. So I had it in the palm of my hand and was carrying it into the bedroom so that I could just pack it up in there and sit there and smoke it right before bed. And I went to go put it out on my little tablet that I keep by my bed. It's not on, it doesn't work. It probably works. I don't use it. I just use it to break up stuff on. And I tried to drop it and it stuck to my palm. I had to shake it off under the tablet. Although I will say that my lighting schedule has been my only major victim of the time change. I went down yesterday to check on them, and the lights were still off. I'm like, I know the lights should be on. What the fuck?
You're all confused. You're like, what the fuck? Did I do something? Did the breaker? What's going on?
I'm like, God damn it! Like, yeah, time change. Okay, I'll come back down in an hour.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night to look at the room. You know what I mean? I'll be like, the lights off. What's going on? Like,
Well, even with the LEDs, once the lights kick on, it's enough to change the temperature. So I can look at the temp and know whether the lights are on. And I've got one of those AC Infinity inline fans with the controller on it. So it's connected to my phone. So I can just turn my phone on and check my phone and check the temps and the humidity and kind of see where it is and make sure everything's still copacetic. So that makes it kind of nice.
I have a controller that controls everything, like dehumidifiers, everything, turns ACs on, turns the lights on and off, all that stuff like that. And I never log in and look at that thing ever. Like, the room is pretty dialed in. Nothing really changes. I'll only look at it if there was like some power failure or something like that to see what happened with the humidities and the spikes and all that stuff like that. But it's just ironic that I spent so much money setting up a system like that to never even look at it.
I guess that's the point, though. I mean, it would make sense.
Simple. If you're building a garden, keep it simple. Anyone out there that's interested in building a garden, keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Yeah, definitely. Little air circulation.
Yeah, good conditions, and just keep it simple. Shout out to Three Fingers and awesome Austin.
Yeah, you saw him. I was going to throw it at Austin too, since you brought him up earlier. So his ears must have been burning.
Shout out.
I was just mentioning earlier, Austin, that we have a show coming up Wednesday that we're going to be talking about a couple subjects and stuff like that.
So we just want to make sure everybody does head on over there to the Awesome Austin channel and make sure you're subscribed, to make sure you've hit that bell notification. So when he does go live for a Wake and Bake or for a Mellow Dome
right. Yep.
Or for an impromptu smoke sesh, you just never know who's going to be there on Awesome Austin's channel. So definitely hit that bell notification, subscribe. When you watch one of his videos, just go ahead and comment what a badass video it was. Help his algorithms a little bit. Help him get his show out there.
He has been kicking it too, for damn sure.
We're trying to encourage intellectual catch-up to call in, but he said maybe next time earlier.
I saw him say, you calling Iron Realm Media. Thanks for calling. So I'm wondering, was he trying to call in?
Calling now? If you're calling now, I'll jump off the line.
I'm not sure. I asked the question there in chat, so I'm not sure.
No, it looks like
he just keeps.
Yeah, it looks like they are trying to call in. I want to say he.
Get the hell out of here. All right, brother. Thanks for calling.
And plug the thing, but I'll talk with you guys soon.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll do. I'll reach out, David.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great rest of your day.
Yes, brother. Shout out Andy Taylor. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here at Ironworks. Always good to see new folks there in chat amongst our family.
I want to shout out Tom Nixon over there on Rockfin, as well as Amos, laid back in bed, tuned in and listening.
Hi, folks. Glad to see you guys.
Andrew B. as well, saying no audio, which, hell.
On Rockfin? Well, yeah.
Seems a little strange.
I hear a little ringy-dingy.
Who could that be? You turned up a little bit. There we go. Should I just let it ring? I'm joking.
You know, you could be a...
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Ironworks. Is this who I think it is?
This is Jake.
What's up, Jake? How you doing?
We'll catch up.
Absolutely. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning, man.
Computer. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
That's fine.
Like I said, we love our technical difficulties.
We thrive on it.
Hell yes.
So I'm sorry, I don't mean to be silly, but who is I know who Ironworks is, but the person on the other side, I keep trying to find who he is and I can't figure out who he is.
That is Walter Johnson. He's got a channel on YouTube, Flat Earth Head, but yeah, Walt Johnson.
Oh, that's Flat Earth Head. I'm sorry.
Yep, that's
it.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, cool. Well, man, I'm a fan of the show, and I appreciate you guys taking the call. I want to do a collaboration between Ironworks and Intellectual Catch Up, the Big Skinny Show. That's what I want to do.
All right. I'm excited.
So it'll be a good time, man. We're bringing on a lot of famous globelings on, and we're battling them. You know, we're flat smacking them. So, you know, we've got this five-time U.S. sumo wrestling champion, world record, Guinness World Record holder, and he's coming on the show, and he knows what he's coming in for. He says, I believe the globe, and he knows he's going to go up against David Weiss. So I think David has it figured out, man. We need to be having shows talking to globelings, but we need globelings who are willing to listen, right?
That's the issue. The issue is wading through the pile of stuff to get through genuine and curious people willing to come on or have you on to have that conversation. And those are pretty few and far between in my experience.
Right. Well, that's the thing. That's the challenge we have. We need to nurture those relationships that we have. And lucky for me and my podcast partner, Matthew, we have some relationships in Hollywood and in the music industry, and that are willing to say, you know what, Jake, I think you're crazy, but I'm going to come over there and I'm going to talk to you. And what you got to do is you got to let them plug their little thing, right? So they're going to come. He's going to come over and plug the U.S. Sumo championships and shit, right?
Absolutely.
So he's going to come and right. But you let him give a little 15-minute plug, and then David Weiss comes in and flat smacks him for 40 minutes.
That's going to be awesome. So this is you and your partner Matthew. You guys are going to start this up, the Big Skinny show.
Yeah, Big Skinny. Matthew's a former. He's an ex-sumo wrestler. So I weigh 160 pounds. So I'm the skinny and he's the big guy. Right? So,
I get it. That's good shit.
Now I got it. I love it. I dropped the channel for your the link for your channel there, Intellectual Catch Up channel, in the chat. If you're not subbed, guys, get over there and do it. He's also got some great stuff linked on his channel. I see the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Mouth, wake up! My God. Linked up anyway there on the channel. So, but yeah, get over there, guys, and sub it up.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, we need to hit 1,000. You know what it means to hit 1,000 subs. I'm barely able to do anything over here with my channel. I've been battling for 15 years, since 2004. And Josh brought this up last time I was on here, that 2004 is when I realized the globe was a lie. And back then it was the chemtrails. And everybody thought I was insane, So yeah, I mean, this is a battle. We have to be really vigilant, And I hate to beg for subs, but I need 1,000 subs so I can frickin' start turning on some other tools and stuff in YouTube. And I hate YouTube. I hate it, but it's a necessary evil. We have to have it right now until we can come up with an alternative,
Yeah.
And as we're getting our feet under us over here on Rockfin, it's definitely been a learning curve, and hopefully it works out to be a place that seems, so far anyway, to be a little more free, a little more relaxed, a little less censored. So hopefully it stays that way.
I've been having issues and I'm not saying I'm pretty tech savvy. I'm having issues with their platform. I've got a Roxin account. I need to just reach out to somebody. Well, I'll reach out to you guys off the air and we'll figure it out. I need to get my Roxin account set up. Their plugin is really.
Yeah, it's clunky.
it's not
clunky.
user friendly. Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Their interface is the word I was looking for. Interface. So
yeah, I know they are updating a lot of things. I think there's going to be some changes in the way of the user interface and all that should be a little more intuitive, a little more user friendly. I do believe.
Well, and I'm 100% want to back it. You know, I've been trying, and I'm starting to feel like an idiot. You know.
Yeah,
But,
no, I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
So, I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's not you. It's all me. I'm totally off of it all morning. It's like I get something.
Yeah,
if
I
don't
have been
spit
too,
it out,
man.
it's gone.
It must be the time change and getting up the hour earlier and just like has me off for damn sure. Plus the weather's crazy. But yeah, we're all feeling it apparently.
All right. Thanks. Thank you for taking my call, and let's get together and have a collaboration and have a show
man,
together.
please, definitely, let's do it.
I was serious about Friday. If you and Matthew want to come hang out on Friday,
yeah,
we'll just
please do. Really do.
I already said Friday's wide open, so we'll do it.
Perfect. Let's do
Perfect.
it. We'll book
That's perfect, man. Y'all come hang.
The Big Skinny Show collaboration.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
I'm excited. Awesome.
Yeah, I am too. It's gonna be hilarious, man. We're gonna have a good time.
All right. I will definitely reach out and respond to that email just so that I've done it and I've lied about it. I have a bad habit of not responding. Texts, calls, emails, anything.
Hey, me too. I got the bell on for your show. It's the only way that I'm getting ready to go to bed every time your show comes on, and then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta stay up, go to my office, and get on. So,
well, I do so appreciate it. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks for calling in, Jake. Anytime, and I'm going to reach out and we'll get everything scheduled for Friday. We do a thing on Wednesday where we kind of get together and talk about it. You and your partner are more than welcome to come hang out. If Matthew's free on Wednesday as well, we can kind of get that knocked up, get that out of the way, and kind of get some of that technical stuff. Give me all of your show information, any what was I going to say? Graphics, show graphics, anything like that you want included. Or we can knock you out if you have a logo or stuff. We can knock you out some little goodies if you want, just for shits and giggles that you can include over there on your channel or in your videos and stuff. We've got some pretty cool software.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's plan on that. So between now and Wednesday, we'll share that information, and then Friday will be the Big Bang.
That's it.
The Big Bang show.
Perfect. That'll do it. Well, thanks for calling in, Jake. Make sure you get some sleep. I appreciate you staying up, but I don't know how you guys do it. But sleep
no
well.
doubt. Thank you, brother.
Thanks for calling,
Jake.
Okay.
Thank you for hanging out,
Thank you
man.
so much. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
You.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Cool, man. We're making things happen. I hope you're taking notes. I'll never remember all this. Be like, who's coming on Friday on Thursday?
I don't think anybody. I think we're open, aren't we?
But I guess we'll have open lines.
We'll get Zach to book somebody. We'll just book somebody. We'll find somebody. We'll reach out.
Zach will find somebody.
We'll book like 4 or 5 motherfuckers. Fuck it.
Shout out Rico's tinfoil sombrero there in the chat. What's up, brother? If you guys missed Friday's show, it was a blast. Unfortunately, I missed him his first go around on our show, but definitely had a blast getting to know him on Friday, talking a lot of music, having a blast. Good times, definitely. Go check it out.
So my son was doing something in the kitchen, and he had some kitchen scraps, and I told him just throw them in the compost bin over there. And as he turned to go do it, I remembered, and I stopped him. I said, "Nope, never mind. You might as well just put it in the trash. There's no room in the compost bin. It's nothing but fan leaves and coffee grounds." And that's pretty much all my compost bin is. It's just chock full of fan leaves and coffee grounds.
I think that was not Blue Oyster Cult, Black Oak, Arkansas. I think that was their third album. Fan leaves and coffee.
So yeah, hopefully it all composts well.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Need to get me some of that bokashi. Get her going.
Wow, I'm seeing talk of panning for gold there in the chat. Something we actually played around with there while we were in Oklahoma, back finding the dinosaur eggs, quote unquote.
I think I was a miner back in my previous life. Something about the mining of gold is strangely soothing in my brain. The idea of having to get out there and pan it and find it and look for it and haul it out. Sweat of your brow type of shit.
Man, what was that movie that had the guy at the bottom of the mountain and he was working out the flow of the water? And God, man, what was it? It was really good. It was the singer that's in all the great movies. Damn, I'm so lost on this one.
John Bon
Ballad
Jovi?
of Earl Scruggs, was that it?
I don't know. Was it?
What'd you come up with?
John Bon Jovi?
No. It was more recent. It was a recent movie. And yeah, I think that was it. I think that's what it was. Let me look it up and see. Because, man, if you didn't see it, it definitely was a really good little, like, it had different stories and it could be a different movie. No, that's it. Yeah, the anthology, 6 short films, the Coen brothers. Go check it out. It's on one of the streaming services that don't pay me enough to say their name, but you can find it. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. And it was Tom Waits' little segment, if you are an appreciator of his acting.
I've
Anyway.
seen the title. I've not ever actually sat down and watched it. Sounds familiar. I don't think I've actually sat down and watched it. No, I'm pretty sure I've not.
And I could be conflating it with another movie. I'm probably wrong. I'm just trying to remember.
Nope. I think
Because now
Man
I'm not
in
seeing Tom
chat.
Waits in there. And I know that was Tom Waits' character. So let me go see. Everybody enjoy this typing of my key. Yeah, that was it. Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It is in there. I just don't see him in the cast list, which is interesting. Maybe it was an uncredited part. Anyway, really good show. Enjoy. I've been on a Western kick for the last probably 6 months, watching a lot of old ones I haven't seen, a lot of new ones that I have seen and haven't seen in a while, and a lot of new ones that I had kind of avoided just because, what can they do with them? But some really good ones out there. Again, I can't really bring any to mind offhand, but it's Zach's fault making me play Red Dead.
Did you see 1883? That was a pretty decent little show.
I did start it, and then we realized it was like some part of another something that we wanted to see the whole story of. Something like Yellowstone it's like tied to that or something.
It is tied to that, but it's because
you don't have to see
Yellowstone is current day.
Is that what it is? So say we kind of didn't understand what the deal was, and we were like, well, let's, because we'd only watched like the first one and got into the second one, and then she was like, well, wait, I think this is tied to some other show I saw.
You could probably watch all of 1883, then watch Yellowstone again,
and then go back. That's fine.
And
yeah, but we're enjoying it so far.
Yeah, it's really good. If you can get past the fact that old gal likes blonde hair and dark eyebrows. If you don't mind the fact that some episodes she's got dark roots and sometimes she doesn't, she can manage to find a hairstylist out there on the Oregon Trail.
It's hard to do
Whatever.
that. Yeah. Out on the old plain. Oh, that's too good. Too good.
No, it's a pretty decent story. It's kind of like if you want to take, if Lonesome Dove and Dances with Wolves had a baby, it'd be 1883. And I've heard the sequel is coming out already, and it's called like 1932, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely am going to be finishing it up probably over the weekend. Well, Alan Nordstrand throwing a left curve there. Cabin in the Woods is like Truman Show 2.0. I agree wholeheartedly, Alan. Quite an underrated little flick that doesn't get nearly enough attention for the truth that is revealed from start to finish, I believe, in that movie. Like, all the way through that movie. There's so much stuff revealed. It's really insane. From the hair color that you just mentioned with the roots to the cannabis to, yeah, it's nuts. Really nuts.
I heard they spent like $7,000 in research and development of a thermos that turned into a bong that turned into a thermos.
Yeah, that was astounding technology. Astounding technology.
Yeah, I blew my mind. I'm like, oh my God, I want one of those.
Right?
Blew my mind.
Yeah, great stuff. Thank you for throwing that one in there. I haven't seen that in probably 6 months. I usually watch it quite often. I kind of sat with the remote and broke down the creatures that were in the little boxes. And yeah, there's lots of little nods to some great other movies out there as well.
Huh. I never thought to look and try to see what else was out there.
Dude, there's some crazy shit in those boxes. Or even when I don't want to spoil anything. If anybody hasn't seen it, let's shut up. Because it would definitely be one that would break your brain if you didn't know where it was headed. I love that when I get to a movie and it takes me a surprising place and I don't know the third act break. Because unfortunately, that is the trend these days. Hell, for the last 10, 15 years is here's a preview, and by the time it's over, you'll know the end of the movie, literally. So it's ridiculous. Excuse me. I do my best to get the 15-second trailer, get a taste, and get out. If it's something I don't know enough about.
Yeah.
I even tried to avoid reading the back of boxes in Blockbuster. I was so trying to avoid not knowing details that were being spoiled. Yeah. And I've, like I said, had some great experiences with that. From dusk till dawn, went to the theater and saw that without a clue. Blew my mind. Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say there was a time where I was I'd gotten burned by trailers and even blurbs on the back of the cases that I just didn't want to know anything. I was going to base it purely on the cover. I'm going to base the movie purely on the cover art, and we're going to go from there. And I kind of got to the point where I was getting burned more than...
Yeah, you'll get burned bad that way.
So I had to start reading the back.
That 80s, late 80s, early 90s period, there was some real great artwork on some really shitty movies. Yeah.
So that gives us only about 90 seconds or so before we're
almost there. Yep. What's up, Hoary Sheep there in chat? I see you, brother. You need to get on here with us. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has. Maybe if you're still awake on Friday morning, or if you get up early.
Have anything planned.
Look, I've got Wednesday covered and Friday night covered. I'm just trying to get the bases covered. And I know he's usually not sleeping on one end or the other, whether he's still awake.
One way or the other, either headed up or headed down.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Busy gaming. Just enjoying the show. That's what he said.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank all of you guys there in chat. I have been very neglectful. I usually have a little more leniency to type away with Zach here as well. But that wasn't the case. I hope you feel better, Zach, by the way. Love you, brother. Send you lots of healing energy. And thank you all for being there in the chat. All the chats. Even the one I can't quite get my handle on for some reason. Thanks for the calls as well. That was awesome of you guys, David and
Jake.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I was just reading my thing. All right, thank you. And looking at the clock, that was it. All right, love you guys. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Walter. Thank you, chat. Thank you, all of the audience, whether you're chatting, whether you're watching live or watching after the fact. You all have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you right back here on Friday morning for another exciting episode of the Ironworks on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Be good, be well. We love you. Bye-bye.
Censorship and regulation is becoming an ever-growing problem in today's modern media.